Do hair extensions require an ISF filing? Do you have to file an Importer Security Filing (ISF) for hair extensions? Let's dive into it. Before we answer that question, let's begin with a brief overview of what an ISF is. The Importer Security Filing requires importers to provide specific data elements related to their shipments to U.S. Customs and Border Protection (CBP) prior to the cargo being loaded onto a vessel bound for the United States. Now, coming back to our main question, do you have to file an ISF for hair extensions? The answer is, it depends. Generally, an ISF is required for all commercial shipments entering the United States by ocean vessel, including those containing hair extensions. However, there are some situations where an ISF may not be required. One example is if the hair extensions are being imported for personal use and not for resale or commercial purposes. In this case, the shipment may fall under the de minimis exemption, which allows for a simplified documentation process. However, it's important to note that the de minimis exemption has certain limitations, so it's always best to consult with a customs broker to determine your specific situation. If the hair extensions are being imported for commercial purposes, an ISF will usually be required. The ISF must be filed no later than 24 hours prior to the vessel's departure from the foreign port. Failure to comply with the ISF requirements can result in penalties and delays in clearing your shipment through customs. When filing an ISF for commercial shipments, it's crucial to provide accurate and detailed information about your cargo. This includes the shipper's information, consignee's information, the manufacturer or supplier's name and address, the country where the goods were produced, and the Harmonized System (HS) codes for the merchandise, among other details. Additionally, it's important to note that an ISF is not the same as a customs bond. While an ISF is a requirement for security purposes, a customs bond is a financial guarantee that ensures that all customs duties, taxes, and fees will be paid. Although a customs bond is not directly tied to filing an ISF for hair extensions, it is a necessary requirement for importing goods into the United States. In conclusion, if you are importing hair extensions for commercial purposes, it is highly likely that you will need to file an Importer Security Filing (ISF). However, if the hair extensions are for personal use and not for resale, you may be eligible for an exemption, but it's always best to consult with a customs broker to determine the specific requirements for your shipment. Thank you for joining us in this episode on whether you need to file an ISF for hair extensions. We hope that this information has been helpful in understanding the requirements for importing hair extensions. If you have any more questions or would like to learn more about customs brokerage and international trade, make sure to watch our upcoming videos. Video disclaimer below. See you in the next episode.